Before the video starts, I just want to give a quick shout out to Notorious JKB for recently creating a SoundCloud. A lot of the music you hear in Sab Talk are made by him and his lovely company Wasted Donut. So if you can take some time out of your lovely schedule to check out his SoundCloud, both of us would very appreciate it. Okay, on to the video. Hello random person, Sab Nino here. Welcome to another Sab Movie Nights. I'm trying out a new editing format for these videos because they were always meant to be quick and easy to produce. So I thought this editing style, similar to Sponge Takes and Beavis and Butt Takes, would help out a lot. I did a poll on what you guys would want me to tackle, and you guys voted for the Mario movie. Don't worry, I might still do the Bluey one. So I saw this movie with my buddy Scuff196, because we're movie buddies. We often see movies together. It starts off in Brooklyn with Mario and Luigi being plumbers. They run into an illumination dog at one point, and this is all first impressions, by the way. And Mario and Luigi's family were not crazy about the commercial and stuff. They're just like, oh, you're throwing your lives away, you can't be plumbers. While trying to fix a pipe in Brooklyn, Mario and Luigi got themselves into a warp pipe that leads Mario into the Mushroom Kingdom and Luigi into Luigi Mansion. So Mario turns to Toad, then both of them journey to Princess Peach to try to get Luigi back. Bowser has a power ballad, and Mario had to train and go to Donkey Kong to get support from the Kong family to defeat Bowser. And then they ride on Rainbow Road and get fucked over by a blue shell. Peach marries Bowser from his castle. They also go back to Brooklyn, get a power star, and Mario and Luigi are reunited and defeats Bowser. Happy ending. Hooray. Is it obvious that this is improv? I think it's pretty obvious that this is improv. Overall, I honestly really enjoyed this movie. I didn't grow up with Mario for half of my life because my life has been too busy being taken over by funny Sponge Man as a kid. I did get into Mario when I was in high school, and I played mostly the newer stuff. So when I was watching the Mario movie, I got most of the references. Like in the beginning, Bowser was going up against the penguins from Mario 64. In the Mushroom Kingdom, they have shops from Mario Odyssey. In Brooklyn, they have Pauline. There's even some deep references, like the plumbing company Mario originally worked for, Jumpman making an appearance, and they reskinned the original Donkey Kong to make him a Yeti. I thought that was pretty creative. This movie is basically a love letter to Mario, new and old. And out of the video game adaptations into movies that I have seen, I think this one probably has the most passion put into it. You can definitely tell that the people behind this movie are genuine Mario fans, and I think that is perfect for a Mario movie. The only downside I can see to this is that it doesn't really have a lot for newcomers. This was the first thing I said coming out of the theater. This movie is style over substance. There isn't that much story in this movie. It's basically going from one story beat to the next, which I don't have a problem with. Sometimes I just want a fun ride, and this movie delivers on that. But I know that structure isn't for everyone, and the pacing definitely could use some improvement, but I don't know, I still enjoyed it. I still think it's a fun ride, especially if you're a Mario fan. And the voice casting was actually pretty well done. I think Charlie Day makes a good Luigi. That one guy's Toad, I think, does a really fun job of providing a different type of voice for Toad. Seth Rogen makes a very fitting Donkey Kong. Jack Black fucking nails it. I love Jack Black as Bowser so much. He does such a phenomenal job, and the voice he gives Bowser is so good. And that power ballad. Oh my god, that power ballad. I have had that stuck in my head ever since I've seen this movie. And the part that you might be the most curious about, what did I think of Chris Pratt playing the titular character Mario? I think he did a pretty good job. I think Chris Pratt does a believable performance. I definitely got used to his inflections. I definitely appreciate how he tried including a lot of Mario's inflections as much as he can. Stuff like the Let's It Goes and the It's a Me Mario. Chris Pratt did a good job. I still don't think he's the perfect Mario, but he still gives a believable performance, and I think he works alongside Charlie Day. And I know a lot of people complained that he didn't sound like Mario. I was actually in that camp. But after seeing the commercial, which, by the way, I madly respect the Super Mario Bros. Super Show reference, and I know a lot of people did too. When Chris Pratt did that Mario voice, it kinda hurt my ears. Something about it just sounded wrong to me. So I'm kinda grateful they didn't go with that voice. Also, I wasn't super crazy about the person who played Princess Peach. Like, I could tell she was trying, but she just didn't sound like Peach to me. I know they tried going for a different version of Peach in this movie, because they actually made her kind of a girl boss in this. And I know a lot of people complained about that. But personally, I don't mind a girl boss Peach. Because in the Nintendo Entertainment Magazine Mario comics, that's actually how Peach is. She didn't just sit around waiting for Mario. She actually kicked some ass. And I was so happy to see that be incorporated in this movie. However, the downside to this, they didn't really bring back a lot of Peach's other traits. Princess Peach in this movie is just a girl boss. She is a leader, she is a ruler, which are good qualities, don't get me wrong. But I wish we got to see more of her sweet side. You know, a lot more of her girly attributes. The stuff you'd see in Super Princess Peach, or the side of Peach that would make Mario a cake. If there's ever a sequel, I hope we get a little bit more of that, honestly. Because those attributes are probably the most recognizable for Princess Peach. I think they can have their cake and eat it too. I really hope what I'm saying does not come off as sexist. Because I am one for girly stuff. I love pastel colors and all that jazz. I actually watched Monster High out of morbid curiosity. I don't care about gender norms, so I hope that provides enough evidence that this is coming from someone who eats that shit up. I know a lot of people had a problem with the licensed music in this movie. Personally, I didn't mind it that much. I did think Take On Me was a little out of place, but who doesn't, especially with the song they replaced? Because they had an OST for that song. They had an original OST for it, but they replaced it, which I was kind of disappointed in. Also, I wish they picked songs that weren't so overdone. Because whenever I think of I Need a Hero, all I can think of is Shrek 2. And with Take On Me, the last time I heard that was the Sponge on the Run. And that came out a couple of years back. Also, I wish Toad did a little more. Because when Toad tagged along with Peach to help Mario find Luigi, he didn't do much. And I wish he did a lot more. Like, I know he's just the lovable sidekick, but I don't know. I think he could have done more in this movie. Also, what was up with that Luma? First off, why is there a Luma without Rosalina? And second, his running joke wasn't that funny. Like, it was kind of funny when it started off, but after a while, it just became, look, I get it. You crave death. Just put him out of his misery already. I wish they toned him down. I really do. It honestly just felt like one of those Illuminationisms. Speaking of Illuminationism, I hate the dog in this movie. Fuck the dog. All he did was cause problems. I hated design. It doesn't feel like anything out of Mario. Fuck him. Go back to Secret Life of Pets where you belong. Also, I just want to say, the people behind Illumination are obviously dog people. Am I wrong? We have the weird dog thing from Despicable Me. We have Secret Life of Pets that is dominated by dogs. We have Max from The Grinch. And now we have this here. They are absolutely dog people at that studio. Also, speaking of Illumination, this might be their best looking film. I honestly adore what they did to the character design. I love Mario in particular. I love how they gave him a collar. I just think he's very expressive and fun. And I think Luigi also got that treatment. Bowser looks really intimidating. I love the Tails, and I love the little color gradient they gave him. I love what they did to Peach. I love what they did to Toad. I think the visuals in this movie are really nice. And those were my thoughts on the Mario movie. If I had to give it like a star rating, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10, maybe even an 8, but probably 7.5. I had a good time with this, and I know this definitely won't be for everyone. If you're not a Mario fan, you might not get much out of this, but if you are a Mario fan, oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this movie. I haven't seen the 1993 movie, but I'm not sure if I can watch that now that I've seen this. I always wanted an animated Mario movie. I know there's one in Japan. I think it was called The Search for Princess Peach. I still need to watch that one in full. So I am incredibly grateful that they actually made an animated Mario movie, because I think Mario works best when he's animated. And I think Illumination did a pretty good job with it. I am genuinely looking forward to the sequel. What do you guys think of the Mario movie? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you mixed on it? Comment below. And comment below what I should do another Sab Movie Nights on. And with all of that being said, it's all Sab from here.